WeaveIt Pro for the Mac, working with color. There are many ways to work with color in WeaveIt Pro for the Mac, and this video is going to demonstrate a few of those. So we're going to, first of all, select a color for our warp. I'm going to left mouse down on a color, and it shows in the top left cell, and that is your warp color. Then I'm going to use the line mode and draw a quick little design here. Okay, and then I click on the right mouse button to select a color for the weft, and I'm going to pick purple. Right mouse button shows top left, and that works on the weft, and we're going to draw a quick line there. Then I'm just going to create a simple twill pattern here. Okay, and I will twill it, and now we have a simple draft, bright colors. So one of the ways that you can change it is we can make a stripes in our warp. So we set mark mode, we pick the color we want to use. I'm going to use a yellow, left mouse button down, and then I just click on the top color, and that will mark it wherever you want to put that color. And we'll add in maybe some black, and we'll put a black design here. So you can view that in the fabric view. Make it a bigger so you can see it a better. Okay, and now we're going to show you the second way. We're going to pick select. We're going to select some section of our weft. We're going to pick a color with the right mouse button, and then use the apply color to selection, and that will change it there. So now you have that. And I think just for fun, I'm going to do the whole thing in that same color. So I'll pick that again. Okay, so now you have sort of a southwest design. The last thing I want to show you in the editing screen is what this no color box that's checked does. So first of all, it's not checked. I'm going to change my color to purple again, and I'm going to just mark some stills. So if I click on, let's try this, you'll notice that it changed the color. But let's say I didn't want to change the color when I changed it. So I mark no color. It's still purple, but we're going to change our colors, and you'll notice that the color is not changing this time unless I add a new square, and then it will change and add it as the new color. So that completes the editing portion, and now we're going to look at other ways to change the colors. Now I want to show you how to change the colors using the project dialog on the project menu, and pick the Yarns tab, and you see the list of all your yarn colors in your draft. If you click on the cell, right in the center of the cell of the yarn, you see the color apple color palette that comes up. It has different ways of editing colors, so you can use a color wheel and mouse around and change the colors that way, and you'll see that this little box changes as you do. It also has sliders to change the color. It also has, you know, just a list of really pretty colors that they've created, and different spectrums, and finally just pick your box of your crayons. And so we can pick a new color. I think I'll try with the color wheel here and maybe make this a little lighter or darker I can adjust it this way, and that way makes it lighter. So I could now have a light purple instead of the yellow. And I can click on this color, and let's pick a crayon. The black, let's change that more to a silvery gray. And the red, let's change that to a salmon color. And we'll keep the turquoise the same color. So that's how you change them. You close this, and you'll see that all the colors have changed now to the new colors. You'll notice over on the color bar that the little asterisk mark which colors you're using in your color palette. So those are the ones that we've changed it to and are now using. Another way to change the colors in your draft is to use the Color and Weave feature on the Design menu, Color and Weave Effects. And click that, brings up a dialog, and this is to choose a sequence that you can use. Like the first thing we'll do is just try the simple one and maybe alternate 3 colors, and then we pick the 3 colors we want to alternate. And we're just going to do it in the warp, leave the weft solid so you can see it better. And we'll pick gray, yellow, and magenta. So we're going to pick those 3 colors and alternate them. And I pick OK. And you can see that you quickly just get this alternating sequence. You can also use it to create plaids. So let's create a custom sequence. We mark the sequence, and we're going to create it AAAA, BBBB, CAB, ABC. So we're just going to use that sequence. We're going to pick some colors here that we want to use, a green, an orange, and a dark blue. And we're going to use both warp and weft, so we'll get a plaid. And you get this interesting plaid. We'll look at it this way. And you can see that you created this plaid design that colors aren't so great, but that's how it all works. The last thing to show you on this video is how to create your own custom palettes. So that is on this color editor icon here, or on the tool menu, custom color palette. And when you load the color palette, you see a big square with your first color in it. And you'll see that your pattern colors are typically at the beginning, and they're marked with the asterisk. If you want to change your pattern color, you can. You click on this square, and the color you want to change, you pick a new color. We already saw that, and then you say change the current color. You'll see it changed there. When you pick done, you see that your pattern changed to that color. So we'll go back to the color editor, and this time we will maybe add a new color. You pick any color, and you say maybe I wanted purple, but I want it darker, so I can drag it around here, make it a little darker, and then I pick add color to the palette, so it will add new colors. You can delete colors. Maybe I don't like that gray, I can delete that one. I can add multiple colors, so I'll pick, add another color to the palette. Looks like I already have that one. You'll also notice that you have it displayed up here, the RGB value. You can give each color a name, and that will display in your project window or in your color palette window when you save it. So I can save this color palette. If I save what I just made, I have to enter a lane. Now these palettes are global across all of Apple, Mac, and so you don't want to use any of the standard Apple palettes and give them a new name. So I'm going to call this, I usually just stick my name in color, so I'll say it's Sally's Brights. And that way I save it there and I know which one it is. And then if you go to open a palette, you'll see, in my case, I have lots of palettes because I'm always playing with them. But here's Sally's Apple palette or Sally's Special Colors. Anyway, there's Sally's Brights. But we'll look at this other one. When we open a new palette that I created the other day, and you see that one. Or we can create a new palette. So let's go over here and create a new one. It just starts out with black and white, and black is, now we want to add color. Let's say we want to add a gray. We add gray. We want to add a light gray. See, and I can do a sequence of grays. Maybe that's what I'm after in my pattern. And just get them. See, it's my mono gray palette, and I can save it as that. We'll just save that as Sally's Gray. And now I have that one saved. When I pick Done, you'll notice that the color palette over here on the side changes to those colors, but I don't lose the colors that I originally had in my pattern. When I create a new palette, it just adds those colors to the palette so that you have all of the colors. And you know, if I wanted to say select this one and then pick select all of those, then I pick my color button, it's now that gray. I select all of these and I pick the color button, and now it's all whites, and you see how to create and use your own custom color palette. Thank you from WeaveIt Pro for the Mac. See it at www.weaveit.com and buy it in your app store on your Mac.